Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and also I am so sorry that you had to click on this video. There is probably a lot of reasons that made you feel like this and that made you be in the situation where you are right now. Whether it's that you lost something precious in your life, or you seem to can't find a purpose in life, or you just want to give up because you're exhausted. Whatever the reason is, you're not alone. I feel the same right now. For me personally, it's the last one. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Every time I try to film a video, she decides that suddenly she has a burst of energy. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, it is what it is. These days I've been feeling very lost and exhausted, and I had a pretty bad mental breakdown a couple of days ago where I was just like, okay, what is the point of this? What is the point of all of this? Seriously, am I the one making things harder for myself? How come everyone lives so easily, so happily all the time, and then I'm here just constantly struggling, and I just reached a point where I was like, it's enough now. How do other people do this? Is it just me? Or is it like everyone? How come everyone is always achieving something, celebrating, but what do I have to celebrate? Is there even anything? I felt like I was the only person in the world that felt this way. I don't know how to describe the feeling, but for those of you guys who go through this too, it's like you just feel like you're alone. Like no one in this world understands you. No one thinks what you think. Everyone is just on a different wavelength. Like the way that you think is so different than other people. And then I feel just so lost because I feel like, why am I here? What is the point of being here? I know when you go through something really bad, you feel like this is the end of the world or the end of your world. And it sucks. It really, really does. It just feels like there's no way out of that hole. And you know that you've been through this like so many times, but how is this one gonna pass? Maybe this one is different. Maybe this one is the last straw. But let me tell you something, because I actually know something about you. You are someone that even if you are going through a dark tunnel, you are still the person that is searching for that little glimpse of light. Most people won't. Most people will just shut their eyes and just do nothing about it. But you are the one looking for it. And you know why? Because you're a fighter. You're so much stronger than you think. And you know why I know this? It's because you clicked on this video. The fact that you feel like completely shit and you still want to change something, that says a lot about you. How many times have you been at this dark hole? Maybe they were worse. Maybe this one is the worst. But you got yourself back out, right? That takes a certain willpower. That takes a certain strength. The things that you are going through, they're not easy. And you are still here watching this video right now. I know deep down, you know that life can be so beautiful. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for this beauty to find us. And that's when we start to question ourselves. Will this ever find us? Will our lives ever be beautiful? So how do you deal with these emotions? It seems so unbearable. They're taking control over you. Well, first of all, trust me when I say that you'll be fine. And I know this sounds so cliche. Oh my God, everyone says that. You'll be fine, but it's not fine. I know. First of all, listen to me, okay? Thank you. Trust me, okay? I've been through a lot of dark times in my life. And I thought every time, not every time, but most of the time, I thought, okay, this is the end. There is no going back. Literally a couple days ago, I thought the same thing. I had this realization that nothing can help me anymore. When you are at your lowest point, there's no going down. There's only going up. One thing I always tell myself is that in order to appreciate the light, you must go through the dark. I know, it sounds really cheesy to tell yourself that when you're going through a tough time and then you're just like, okay, what is that gonna help me? Like a silly little quote, but no, we only know light because we know darkness. Imagine a world where there was no light and no dark. How could you differentiate these two? How would there be a day if there was no nights? And I noticed that people like us who go through really tough shit, we are the ones that we look at certain small things and we're like, oh my God, this makes me so happy right now to just see this. There comes a certain like learning with you when you go through a very tough time. You open your mind up and you become more aware of your life. And only people who go through darkness can say this. People that don't. The fact that I am here right now telling you this, I can only tell you all these things because I've been through them. I survived them. That's why I'm here right now. And you can only watch this right now and understand what I'm saying right now because you're going through it. Do you know how many times I have conversations with people that don't understand a single thing that I'm saying? And then there's people that come up to me and say, your videos help me so much. They hit me on a deep, deep level. But the thing is, I can only reach that deep, deep level because I've been there. I know what it's like. The same goes for you. You know what it's like, so you can understand me right now. You can understand what I'm saying. You can understand other people. You can go connect with other people. You can go read books a certain way that no one else can. Your perception of life changes every time you go through a dark time. I know it sucks. Anyway, you must face your emotions. You have to go really, really deep with this. And sometimes it is so scary and you don't want to do this. But the thing is, like, if you don't, you're just gonna have to face it again at a later time. It's gonna catch up on you, trust me. I know it sucks reliving trauma again, facing those emotions again. But once you're done, you're done. That is the only way you can move on. Personally, I really like to journal. Like, sometimes I sit there hours and hours and I just write down everything that I feel. I also have my notes app when I don't feel like writing because my hand hurts or something. You can also open up to someone if you have someone you can trust. I personally never really felt like I had someone I could fully trust because I always felt like I'm alone in this world. No one can understand me. With my last mental breakdown that I had, I decided to open up to my boyfriend, which was really, really hard for me to do. There's just certain things that only I can understand. I'm okay with that because in my head it was always like, I don't want to burden anyone with my burden. But the thing is that they will never be burdened as much as you are because it is your burden. So even if you share it with someone, if it only really affects you, they will only feel empathy for you. They will never feel the same as you because they can't. They're not you. If it's someone that really cares about you, they will gladly listen to you. And they would even appreciate it if you would just open up to them more. Because opening up to someone means that you trust them. And not everybody gets that privilege of being a fully trustworthy person. Obviously, you gotta be careful on who you trust. But if you have a really strong connection to a person and you trust them with everything else, you might as well trust them with this. Never feel like you are burdening people because that's what I always used to think. It's a nice thing for another person to have you in their life. And sometimes we forget that. Think about your friends. Aren't you happy that they're in your life? And I'm 100% sure that's how they feel about you. I know it's a really hard thing to deal with emotions, but I like to tell myself these things are necessary for me to grow as a person, to level up, and to just, you know, get over them. Think about it this way. How many times have you had the same traumatic triggers? The same thing over and over again. Imagine you just faced it the first time or the second time. You wouldn't have to deal with it the other 20 times. But it's a lot easier to just postpone things than to actually face them. But only if you face them, you can get yourself out of that darkness. For me personally, after I talked about my struggles, I realized, okay, maybe I just need a rest. A very, very good rest. Because I was really just physically exhausted from all the mental stress I put onto myself. And also I needed to rethink my values because maybe the thing that I was focusing on my entire life was actually not the thing I should be focusing on. And I know it's scary when you realize, okay, this was actually not it. Let's try something else. Oh, let's try another way. We often forget how valuable our time here is. Yes, you might not look at it that way. But what if I told you you can never see the colorful spring flowers again? You could never taste your favorite food again. You could never touch your favorite collectible figures again. You can tell me how much you hate your life. And I can 100% assure you, I can find something that makes you happy and that you do actually enjoy. I want you to really think about that one thing, and it could be so silly. It could be so silly, but it's something that makes you happy. So you do feel the feeling of happiness. I personally really enjoy collecting these Sunny Angel figures now. I know it's a silly little hobby. It brings me joy. It makes me happy. I have something to look forward to. I don't know. It just brings me joy to collect them. I am a collector. So I want you to ask yourself again, do you really hate living? Or do you just hate the situation that you're in? And I want you to really distinguish these two, lifetime and life circumstance. Both of them are over once they're done. You will never get them back. But that also means once a bad circumstance is over, it's done. You might be reliving it in your head, but you will never be in that same situation ever. Isn't that reassuring? And even now, you watching this, you will never be at this exact moment watching my video right now, doing the exact thing that you're doing right now. Never again. This time is over, you're never getting it back. Time is really powerful in our world. And it is also so precious because we don't get it back. You have to make use of the time that you have to help yourself by taking small steps every single day. And eventually these small steps will build up, and then you'll look back into it and you're like, damn, I've come a long way. And sometimes it's like this, you go one step ahead, you fall 20 steps back. But the thing is, like, you will not take the same 20 steps to get back to where you are. You might be taking 5 steps. The next time you fall, you might get yourself up faster. Last year, I was at one of my lowest points in my life. I didn't know what to do. I felt so lost. I just felt burnt out and exhausted from my life. And I felt like all the little hopes and dreams I had as a kid, none of them came true because I essentially wasted my time. I started a job that I didn't really like that much, and I stayed at it for 2 years because it was comfortable, because I got money, I had a good title. Was this really fulfilling? No. Little me was dreaming of being a film director, of making film and content and inspiring people. So I decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna quit this job. And this was a really, really, really hard decision for me because this job was so perfect in societal terms. Everyone looked at me and was like, oh my gosh, she got so far ahead in her life. She had everything together. But the thing is, I didn't. I wanted to quit this job for a very long time, but I never felt ready. I was always like, okay, maybe I need a little bit more money. Let me just do this one more thing. And then it kept going on and on and on for months. And then eventually I was like, okay, I just have to do it. And yes, it was scary and I wanted to wait until I was ready. But the thing is, like, I would have never been ready. And that's what you have to realize too. You will never be ready to make decisions. You have to make decisions when you're scared and unprepared. You have to stand up for yourself and do things even when you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing. Do you think I know what the hell I'm doing right now? No, but I am getting one step closer on chasing my dreams every single day. I'm filming this video right now, and my dream was always to be a content creator. So I will keep on trying to do what I think is best, and that's what you should do too. Also, I want you to know that just because something didn't work out does not mean that it's never gonna work out. And I honestly despise those people that say, if something didn't work out, then maybe it was not meant for you. Like, shh, fuck up, please. For me, it's just like, okay, it didn't work out, I'll change my way. I'll change my way of getting there. The goal is still the same. I will just do something else. There's 1,000,001 ways on how you can achieve a certain goal. I know it's hard to go back to that point of starting again. It kind of feels like you're reliving the same situation again, but then again, I said, you will never relive the same exact situation ever again. And you're like, okay, I'm trying to go for this goal again, and the last time I failed. It kind of feels a little bit traumatic to do that, but the thing is, like, if you have a goal and if you want to achieve something that you always wanted as a little kid, think of that little kid that's inside of you. Little you. Wouldn't she want to achieve this? Wouldn't she want to have this? Wouldn't you want to face her at the end of your lifetime and be like, hey, I did this. This is what you wanted, and here you got it. I want to do that. When I'm at the end of my life, I want to go back to little Nikki and be like, I made it. We made it. Can you believe it? She will be so happy. And that's all I want to do in my life. I want to make my little me happy, because that little me never believed in myself. Always doubt. I lived my life in doubts. I lived thinking that I would never achieve anything. And I want to prove her wrong. I want to prove her that no, we are on this earth because we can do something. You are so much more capable than what you think you are. Please don't listen to other people, what they say. Do you know how many times people told me, you should not try to become a content creator? Do you know how many times I tried to become a content creator? I've been trying for 8 years. I'm not gonna give up. You can't catch me giving up. The same people that say you shouldn't do this because you tried 100 times already and you failed are the same type of people that just sit and write in their little journals manifesting shit, hoping that things will just fall off the sky. And then if these things don't happen, they get upset and they're like, okay, well, this was not meant for me. But I'm telling you right now, no, if you want to do something, you gotta do it. You can't just sit there and wait. It's not gonna teleport onto you. You might go out and fail, but you're much closer than the people that don't even try. You're much closer than you were before if you didn't try. Because what can you do if you fail? You're just gonna go back into the point. Would you rather fail than live your life in regret and being like, I should have tried this? Seriously. Who decides what's good for you and what's not? Start living for yourself. People will tell you that they think they know what's best for you. You know how many people did that to me? Literally yesterday. I saw a hate video a guy posted about me. I was really sad about it, but then I was like, you know what? Okay, why should I let this disgusting piece of poop decide my life? Just because he thinks it's not a good thing what I do, am I gonna listen to him and stop what I'm doing? Giving up on my dreams because he says I should? Who is he? Do I want to be like him? No. Who is this person to tell you what to do? Do you want to be like this person? Then yeah, you can listen to them. But 99% of the people that will give you an opinion, you don't want to be like them. Because just the fact that they give you an unasked opinion already says a lot about them. And I'm sure you don't want to end up like people that give unasked opinions. A lot of people will project their insecurities onto you. They'll be jealous of you because you achieved something and you tried to do something that they were scared of. And that's why they want you to do the same thing. So you don't succeed over them. People in this world are bitter, and people in this world are so jealous. They wish they were as brave as you. They wish they would be as strong as you. At the end of the day, this is your precious life. So why waste it on somebody else? On somebody whose opinion is worth less than the toilet paper I wipe my ass with. Live your life with no regrets, and I guarantee you, you will live happy. It might take some time. Things don't change from one day to another, from 1 week or 1 month to another. It takes years. There's always going to be ups and downs. But I just want you to know that you are so much more capable of doing things than you think. I'm literally living proof for this. Trust me, I never thought I'd be making it. I never thought I'd be sitting here right now making a video. I never thought I would reach the age of 24. And now I'm here. And now you're here watching me. You never know what's going to happen. So why would you throw that potential away? Trust me, if I can do it, then you 100% can do it too. Anyway, I really hope this video helped you a little bit to give you a bit more perspective and more clarity in your life. This is literally coming from someone, if you look at my life, you would think I'm a loser, okay? I am chasing my artistic creative dream of becoming a content creator. People look at me and make fun of me. When I tell you these things, and these things come from the bottom of my heart, I literally mean it, okay? Like, I am not some like super successful person right now that is like telling you all this because it's so easy for me to say all this because my life is so easy and fun. No, you are not alone, okay? There's a lot more people that think the way that you think, that have the type of awareness that you have. You have the ability to feel happiness. You are so beautiful. You are so loved. I really appreciate you. Listen, if no one appreciates you in your life, I appreciate you. Literally, because you sit with me through this video. You listen to me. Next time you think you don't have anyone in your life, think about me. Think about what I said. Think about Nikki. I am here. I am not physically there. I might just be there through a screen. But does that really matter in today's society? Please, if you made it this far into the video, you still feel lost, or you still have some sort of doubts, or whatever it is, whatever is on your mind, literally type a comment. I am responding to every single comment out there. So if you think no one's gonna see your comment, I'm gonna see your comment. And there's probably gonna be also other people that see your comment that feel the same way as you. The comment section is always open for you. I just want you to know that. In my community, we might not be big, but we support everyone, okay? We're here for each other. There's people that care about you. There's literally no reason to give up on life because you never know what's gonna happen. Exciting, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching up until this point. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day or night, wherever you are. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye bye, see you soon.